Ooh, that's that ding right there. You know what that ding means, don't you? You've heard that ding about 60 times by now.
I know. I'm here every week for that ding.
Dan Ants. Welcome to WWE Raw Talks Live right here on YouTube.com/616entertainment, where we review Monday Night Raw.
That's right.
Match by match, promo by promo, segment by segment. We cover the whole show. My name is Ian. This is the artist formerly known as Mike Charles.
Good to see everybody again.
And I just want to say, I feel like we got a really good show tonight. You know what I'm saying?
We have a good show. Raw as a whole, maybe not the best show, but we have a good show.
Raw is a whole thing in and of itself.
It's a show.
So if anyone hasn't noticed by now, this is not the artist formerly known as Mike Charles. This is Handy Dandy Andy Jarrett.
Hi.
A rough and tumble bad boy who never takes no for an answer and always plays by his own rules.
Every time. Every situation. My rules. My fight.
So you know the deal, Dan Ants. We can't talk about Raw until everybody has their brown gloves on. You got your brown gloves on?
I left mine in the car.
Okay, well this counts.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
That's how we start the show. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about Raw until everybody has their brown gloves on.
You want me to go get mine?
No, I don't think it's imperative that you actually physically wear them.
Maybe next time.
As
I'll
long
just have one in my pocket.
Yeah, you were here present for the clip of this talking about the brown gloves.
Okay, so that counts.
So we always start with the A story, the most important story. Why don't you introduce it? While I go plug this in because it's going to die.
All right, cool. So Brie Bella had a match. It was, I think, the third match of the card. It was fantastic. Sadly, though,
I think I would call that the A story.
Well, it's my A story.
Oh.
My name is Andy. My name begins with the letter A. I think it's the best story. Okay, but seriously, lead-up show to the Royal Rumble. We're trying to figure out who's got a lot of momentum going on to this show. It started out Chris Jericho and Roman Reigns in the ring. Roman Reigns calls out Brock Lesnar, wants him in the ring, wants to kick his ass. No Brock Lesnar, no Paul Heyman. That comes later, but not yet.
We got Jazz James in the chat who says Raw was rubbish, and I got to tell you, I agree with him.
That was a long show.
It was so fucking long. Like, halfway through the show, I think we talked about, like, what are we going to do tonight for Raw? I was like, we usually go an hour, sometimes hour 10, hour 20. And I was like, maybe we'll just go 30 minutes. Like,
and I kind of agree. There's not a whole ton to talk about.
So we get Roman in the beginning cutting a promo with Jericho.
Yes.
And then Roman's like, I only want to talk to Brock Lesnar. Jericho's like, what the fuck was that? Jericho was like, well, he'll be on my show tonight. Cartwheel. You know what I'm saying?
I think three cartwheels.
So Roman's like, okay, if he'll be on your show, I'll be on your show. And Jericho somehow announces that he's one of the top 3 contenders for the world title.
He did so much today. Yeah. He has so much power. It's ridiculous, but I don't agree with that statement at all.
No.
And I don't think you do either. No.
I don't think anybody in the crowd buys it.
No.
He hasn't done anything.
Has he had a match? No, he hasn't had a match. He talked about the New Day and called them out a couple weeks ago. He broke Xavier Woods' trombone.
R.I.P. Francesca.
Poor Francesca. But other than that, nothing.
My rest in peace to Francesca with some Sammy Sosa shit.
I approve.
You know what I'm saying?
Slam and Sammy was the man.
What do you think he's doing right now?
Cocaine.
Didn't he turn white?
Yeah, he like Seamus Pale.
Yeah.
He just turned from a black guy, a Dominican, this dark-skinned human, to this very pale-skinned, scary.
What happened?
Person. I don't know. I never charted the fall of Sammy Sosa. I charted the rise until the corked bat, and then the fall was just it was a mess.
I think the fall started a little before the corked bat.
Well,
his numbers
are you talking about
dropped
his skin color fall? Or are we talking about a statistic?
I'm not talking about the amount of pigment in his skin. I'm talking about his baseball statistics.
Okay. I guess.
What were we talking about?
Chris Jericho not being one of the top 3.
But he's not one of the top 3, but apparently he is completely in charge. And he was like, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Rusev, and I'll be the referee. And we're like,
okay, sure.
All right.
It's a match.
How did you feel about this match?
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
I think they got some good chemistry together. We saw that before. We've seen that a bunch of times with Roman kicking the New Day or the League of Nations' ass every single week. It's cool. What do you expect? You expect Roman Reigns to win. That's what happened. Of course,
yeah.
There was no little twists, no little turns. It was fairly cut and dry, but I mean, you gotta keep Roman strong going into the Rumble.
You gotta make him look strong.
Yeah.
We got Steve Schneider in the chat who says Big Show will win the Royal Rumble. He's over 500 pounds. It's going to be impossible for anyone to eliminate him.
The only way that people could do that is if you get like 8 or 10 guys to lift him over the top rope.
And how can all these guys be on the same page for that long?
No, there's good guys, there's bad guys. They hate each other. Some like each other, but there's no way they're all going to be on the same page.
Alliances. There's no friends in the Royal Rumble.
No, unless you get lucky enough to have all of your stable entering at the same time. That doesn't happen too often. The odds are not in their favor.
No.
So the Big Show, he should be one of the top 3. It should be Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and the Big Show.
Well, I feel like in all of sports, they rank the top competitors by size.
Yep. Basketball. The best player is not Steph Curry.
Number 1 basketball player, the Big Show.
Yeah.
Number 1 football player, the Big Show.
Right.
Number 1 UFC fighter, the Big Show.
Yeah.
Number 1. That's all the sports I know.
Tennis.
Big Show.
Big Show. Bowling.
The Big Bowler. The bowling show.
Show bowler.
If the Big Show had a bowling television show, I'd watch the shit out of that. Yeah, fucking funny.
You know how small the ball would be compared to him because he's so big?
He'd pick up that fucking bowling ball. He'd just fucking palm it and toss it down the thing. So Rusev ends up beating Roman ends up beating Rusev, correct?
Right. Only after Chris Jericho makes himself the referee, ejects all the other members of the League of Nations for interfering in the match.
Yeah.
Does cartwheels, hand gestures, dances.
Some of the worst cartwheels I've ever seen in my fucking life.
It was just kind of moving your body. It wasn't even a cartwheel. It was like
Buzz Lightyear would fall with style. Jericho was not falling with style. No. He was falling and he would just put his shit together right at the end.
He luckily made it work.
He did. But, he came around.
We laughed a little.
I thought it was funny because of how ridiculous it was. Like the part where he was just like, you, out. And then he did the fucking cartwheel. But I felt so stupid just doing that.
He's just playing the program.
D-Ray says the artist just got mad plastic surgery. He did, and he took all of the fat out of his face and he put it in his fucking arms. Let's look at these biceps.
No.
Check out these biceps right here. No. He's bashful. He doesn't want to show them off.
They're terrible. No.
Adam DeVries says, holy shit, I just Googled him and searched Sammy Sosa.
It is a fucking riot.
Tonight's episode is called Royal Rumble Riot. I feel like I should change it to Royal Rumble / Sammy Sosa Riot. Whose skin color changed more drastically, Sammy Sosa's or Michael Jackson's? Sammy Sosa lightened up, but Michael Jackson is
went from
complete opposite.
Man. I guess Michael Jackson, but
Michael Jackson went from looking like Mark Henry to looking like Paige. Okay. He went from seriously a black man to a white woman. It's exactly what he looked like.
Now I know that Sammy Sosa is super pale. I don't know if he turned into a woman yet.
No.
I haven't seen a picture in a year or so.
But it's in the cards. It's got to be.
It certainly can happen.
Steve Schneider says second place winning will be Mark Henry. He's the world's strongest man. He can eliminate like 5 guys at once.
He makes a good case.
He's got a really good point.
Okay, so we've got the Big Show, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. If Mark Henry is number 2 behind the Big Show, does he push out Brock or Roman?
Well, see, Brock Lesnar.
He's also really strong.
He's so strong.
He's also a beast.
Yeah.
Incarnate.
But as we decided earlier, it's all about the size. Big Show weighs more and is taller. So had Big Show fought Brock Lesnar in the UFC, Big Show's the world champ.
And yeah, Mark Henry, if he had fought Brock Lesnar in the UFC, also would be the world champ. Things to think about, Dana White.
I think we need to rework the ranking system in every sport to accommodate the Big Show.
We could just accommodate potential anybody.
Yeah. Jazz James says, do you think Sammy Sosa bleached all of his skin or just some of it?
I don't know.
I don't know if he bleached anything. He may have just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
How do you get from one drastic edge of the spectrum to the other?
Well, Michael Jackson legitimately had vitiligo.
Right.
Which is a disease that eats the pigment out of your skin. Now, it comes in splotches, but if people who have vitiligo, what some of them will do in extreme cases is they will undergo treatments that take the pigment out of all of your
So
skin.
even it out, kind
Yeah,
of.
so you're not all splotchy looking. Like Scott Jorgensen, UFC fighter, had
yeah.
vitiligo pretty badly. It was all over his mouth and it was fucking everywhere. And I think he underwent something because now he's as white as this paper. But let me tell you something, his fucking tattoos look amazing.
I never even noticed them. Due to this condition before, it all kind of was a little bit of a mess there. But, huh. Interesting.
Brett Wells says it's global warming's fault.
He could be right.
He could. And Steve Schneider says there's no way in hell El Torito will win. Same with Hornswoggle. They should just go fuck themselves. What do you think?
I hope they're not even in the Royal Rumble. If so, they're getting a big fucking from the Big Show.
Yeah,
A giant Big Show size fuck.
Like figuratively in wrestling moves, or he's going to penetrate them?
Both.
We go from knockout punch to cock-out punch.
Sure.
This is trouble. This is trouble for El Torito. Big Show's going to make a Torito burrito with this fucking thing. Well, it's been a good show. Bye, guys. No, we got it.
It's a great 8 minutes.
D-Ray says, bullshit, Michael didn't have vitiligo. He actually did have vitiligo.
He said bullshit, though.
That's wrong. It's incorrect.
Okay.
So our A story leads us to later in the night where Stephanie McMahon and Vince McMahon have that lottery gimmick. And are they pulling Powerball numbers? No, because somebody won it.
No.
They got to pull the number 1 entrant for the Royal Rumble. So they pull out a ball, and Vince McMahon can't get it open, so he puts it back and takes out another one.
He's so fucking weak.
And he can't get that one open, so he puts it back and takes out another one. I'm like, what's going on here? He finally gets it open, and it's Roman Reigns. And Vince goes, oh, that might have just been a coincidence. Spin it again. He pulls one out. He can't get the ball open. Goes for another one. Fucking like 4 times he couldn't get the ball open.
It's weak. I'm telling you, in his old age, he's just turning into a decrepit sack of shit.
Yeah, but how are you going to call him weak when he got them arms, though?
He can't open a little plastic ball. Functional strengthening. Can't do it.
I guess I didn't think about that. See, now, if ball opening was a sport, number 1, the Big Show.
Of course.
Because it's all about
Who
the
else?
size and strength.
Look how big his hands are. They are the size of skillets. Frying pans.
This is what my hand looks like.
This would be what the Big Show's hand looks like.
It's on top of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's pretty big. See, now Brett Wells has a really good point that there's no way Michael Jackson had vitiligo because he made Thriller. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns is going to be the number 1 entrant in the Royal Rumble, and he will join one. And if he wins, he will be the 3rd man to ever do so. Number 1 would be Shawn Michaels. Number 2 would be so. In the main event, we have it's because Chris Benoit was the only other guy.
Well, yeah.
That was the joke.
I thought you were going to say Stevie Richards.
Stevie Richards never won the Royal Rumble.
Yes, he did.
When?
2004.
That was Chris Benoit.
I don't think you're right.
I'm fairly certain. I'm going to Google it. You ready?
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
I've got notifications on Twitter as if I'm not fucking busy trying to do a thing. The Munger Marion quoted me and said, man, change something in 2016. What the fuck does that mean? What was I Googling?
Who won the 2004 Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble. I spelled it
Rumble.
wrong. 2004.
Let's see.
Going to the old Wikipedia's there. So we'll start with the most important information.
The theme song.
Yes. Nothing Left to Lose by Puddle of Mud.
A classic.
And I got to tell you, I think that's probably the 5th Puddle of Mud song that WWE used over the years.
Oh, I'm sure. It might even be more than 5.
They used a lot. They did.
Yeah.
It was sponsored, get this, by PlayStation 2. Gotta have that PS2 in my life. Guess how many people were there? You have one guess.
Me?
Yeah.
Personally? 17,289.
Let me see. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Good guess.
Thank you.
And the winner of the 2004 Royal Rumble. Why isn't it just listed?
I think maybe you missed it.
No.
Here we go. Wait.
What?
That's a different. That's a battle royal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Chris Benoit. I told you.
No.
Yeah, he entered number 1.
No.
Uh-huh.
No, okay.
Eliminated by winner. Oh, so winner won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was Stevie Richards.
No!
In the Indies. He was Mr. Winner.
No. That's an amazing gimmick. I wish that was true. So if we're going back to the chat here, Brett Wells says, going to SmackDown tomorrow, front row. I'm going to be bored.
Wow.
Tape.
I'm sorry.
Jay Munn says, I just joined. LOL, what is this? I like it. Jay Munn, I'm really glad you're with us here. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a brand new Dan Dan. I've never seen him before.
Hope he stays.
But we got kisses for new Dan Dan. You got to click that like button. You got to click that subscribe button because we review Raw and we just fuck around.
It's fun. It's my first one. I'm enjoying all the fun.
Yeah. Even if I introduce you as the artist.
I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah. Fuck the artist. Where is that guy?
You said he was sick. He didn't want to come out because it's kind of cold
Do you
outside.
have his number?
Not on this.
Shit. I was going to call him.
He's probably sleeping.
Who? I don't give a shit. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
You know how many episodes of this show he's missed?
None.
A lot.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, every time I'm gone, you replace me with Sam Fricky. So you know what I did? I called Sam Fricky earlier today, and I said, I might need you to be a Raw boy tonight. You know what he said? He said,
It's clutch.
And then you texted me and said, just so you know, I don't need a ride. And I was like, I forgot we made plans. So I texted Sam Fricky, and I said, I don't need you, boy. Handy Dandy Andy Jarrett's going to be. No, fuck that boy. You know what I'm saying? No, I love
You're
Sam.
going all over the place with this guy.
I love Sam Fricky. I just like to cut promos. So that brings us to the main event, which is the highlight reel. Chris Jericho, Roman Reigns, Borg Laser, and Paul Grangan.
Paul Pomegranate.
So give me a quick rundown of what the fuck happened here.
Okay. Jericho gets in the ring. Paul Heyman comes out. Cuts Jericho off. Goes on, blather. They go back and forth about one guy and the other guy. And then finally, Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar looks mad. Very mad. And immediately, though, Roman Reigns comes out. They do a little stare down kind of as Roman's coming down the ramp. 37 steps, by the way. We counted multiple times. Takes 37 steps. Gets in the ring. Lays down his title belt as a don't cross this line kind of shit. Brock Lesnar jumps up there. Gets in the ring. Roman spears him. Boom. Big spear. Good looking spear.
It was a good looking spear.
Trading some punches. Jericho gets the hell out. We didn't see him for the rest of the segment. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to him? Nobody touched him. He just ran away.
He didn't want to fight. He was wearing a vest or a fucking vest or a blazer or something and dress pants.
He looked like such a dad boner 2 weeks in a row.
Now, you had to explain to me earlier what a dad boner was. I did not know.
And what I said is a dad boner is basically just a man who is a father.
Which he is.
Upper 40s, mid 50s. He wears denim jeans, high and tight. Very light denim on the jeans.
Yeah.
Very light denim. Almost a sky blue.
Pale.
Deck shoes and some sort of collared shirt, most likely with a pocket right here, but only on one side. That's a dad boner.
Yeah. My dad does do that from time to time.
And then I wanted to point out that dad boner isn't just an insult. It's going to happen to all of us.
Yeah, it's not really a bad thing.
Even if you fight against it like Chris Jericho, you will be a dad boner.
It's true. It just kind of happens.
Yeah,
You succumb to the dad boner.
What the fuck were we talking about? See, this is why
the main highlight reel.
Yeah.
Beyond.
So yeah, it turns into. I thought Brock Lesnar, of course, would stand tall once again, but he eats that spear. He suplexes Del Rio, folded him up like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Suplexes Rusev. He F5's Sheamus. And then some other guys hit him, and they fuck him up. They all hit him with their finishers. Was that the Wyatt Boys?
Yeah.
Or did he get fucked up before the Wyatt Boys? Oh, he suplexed all the League of Nations and ate another spear.
There we go.
And then the Wyatt Boys came out. And they fucked up Roman, and then Lesnar gets up and they fucked up Lesnar. And we go off the air with Bray Wyatt standing tall. Very interesting. Very interesting. I do like it. I just hope that they do something with it.
That's the problem. They often don't. It's sad.
So who's going to win the Rumble? Are we going with Roman?
No, I'm not. You can. I'm not going to.
We're talking about brain picks here, not heart picks.
Yeah, okay.
Who you think, not who you want. So who do you think is going to win?
Triple H.
See, now, I've had a couple people throw that out. Stevie Fierce threw that out. Over on, I want to say it was Friday night, we hung out with Marvelous Matt Nix over at his house, Stevie Fierce, Nigel Bravo. And we played, we did what most grown adults do. we played Pictionary
Oh,
for a
okay.
while.
That's fun.
And I want to say that the first game was Team 616/NIU, which is me and the
Illinois?
artists,
Okay.
versus Team Fuckboys, which was Nigel Bravo with Stevie Fierce. Matt Nix is the Marvelous Matt Nix is the moderator. So we destroyed them with these. So then we have to switch teams, and it came down to Team NIU, but the N was big and bold for Nigel, and the IU was for the artist because he went to NIU. I don't know what the fuck that means, but versus the Terminators, which was myself and Stevie Fierce.
Okay, cool name. I like
We
that.
defeated them handily.
That's very good. With your
Handily.
hand. Billy.
But the greatest Pictionary player of all time?
No, I don't.
The Big Show. Because it's all about the size and strength.
He can draw such a detailed picture, such a large and detailed picture. You can't not guess it.
No.
Now, I thought that story was going to lead to you maybe getting a Royal Rumble pick.
Roman Reigns,
You are going with Roman.
unfortunately. I could easily see it being Triple H. See, the problem is I forgot we were talking about the Rumble.
What?
I can't remember things anymore. Anything.
You stopped me and started your
Well,
own conversation.
it's because
with
I
yourself.
wanted to tell my story. I think
Okay.
Roman Reigns will probably win. I think I would probably love it a whole bunch if Triple H won.
I'd like it
Because that
more.
would be very interesting. Steve Schneider in the chat says in all caps, Big Show to win the Royal Rumble.
It's hard to argue with that, too. That's very hard.
Because he's so big and so strong.
But man, he's the biggest guy on the roster. No one else is bigger.
Jay Munn says Bryan will return and win. Roman won't win twice in a row.
I would love for Bryan to return and win.
I think
I wish he would.
that's the dream option.
Yes, that's the heart.
If I really could
Mhm.
pick one, I'd go with Bryan. Brett Wells says Triple H now that it looks like Brock versus Wyatt. Bryan isn't coming back, man. Fucking sad. Jazz James says, do you think Joey Styles will be in the Rumble? Oh my God! Do you think, is AJ going to be in the Rumble?
Sure.
Do you think
There's
he
got to
will
be a couple surprises.
Yeah. And we don't know most of the people that are in it.
No, they've only announced, what,
At
7
this
or
point,
8?
we
10
basically
maybe 10.
At this point, we're basically just under the impression that the League of Nations are in,
Right.
the Wyatts are in,
8. Big Show is 9.
Big Show, the
Roman.
winner,
Right.
Roman Reigns,
Brock.
Brock,
Are the
Jericho.
social outcasts in?
I hope so. The
Me too.
social
It's so much
outcasts
fun.
need to be in.
So we
D-Ray-
got about half. 15-ish.
Yeah.
So
Steve-
that's a lot. That's a lot left for AJ.
Steve Schneider says, real talk, Triple H to win. So he's on your side. D-Ray says, handily.
Okay.
Handily. D-Ray, let's play some Pictionary, dog. You know what I'm saying? Steve Schneider says, oh my God, Joey Styles in the Royal Rumble. Jay Moon says CM Punk to return and big
Oh,
troll
boy.
smiley faces.
That would be another dream. But it's not going to
D-Ray says AJ will be in the States. He booked at ROH. Is he? So did anything ever come of these rumors that he had signed with WWE or not?
I also don't know.
What's the B story tonight? Fuck the B story. Let's talk about it. You told me
story?
earlier you have a dream to tell me about,
I had a great
and I
dream.
said save it for the show.
Okay, I tried to tell this dream to myself like 4 times today and keep it under 5 minutes, and it hasn't worked. But I will try again to keep it under 5 minutes.
Do
So
whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
you, me,
I was in it.
you were in it,
Nice.
and Billy Maloney, who we went to high school with.
Do I know him?
You might have. I don't know. He and his brother Ryan, they were twins.
I can't remember things.
It doesn't matter. We were at the Half Price Bookstore in LaGrange, Illinois. There isn't one actually in LaGrange, Illinois, but we were in it. God damn it!
There's one on LaGrange.
Yes. I saw on my phone that AJ Styles was in a bar that was next to the Half Price books.
Mhm.
So it was like 15 minutes ago on Facebook. I'm like, holy shit, AJ Styles right here. Let's go get a picture. Let's talk with him. So we go over there, but before we actually get to see him, 2 other women cut in front of us, and they start talking to him. And then he has to leave, run errands for his friends or something. He's like, I'll be right back, guys. I'll be back in a minute, but I got to go right now.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that part of the dream. Then we just immediately cut to like maybe a couple minutes before a big wrestling show. I'm evidently a wrestler in this show, but there's no ring. There is
It's WCW backstage assault. You can fight everywhere but the ring.
anywhere else.
So dumb.
Instead, it's like a high school auditorium where there's just a big stage and a giant curtain, like a play is being put on. I don't know what's going on. So, everyone is starting to come in. The guy on the PA says, 2 minutes till bell time. So, okay, everyone's kind of hurrying in. AJ Styles comes back wearing ring gear, just runs across and sits down.
That's fair. That's
All
fair.
right, cool. So I'm standing here in the corner, and sitting next to me is Nikki Bella, and sitting next to her is Brie Bella.
So you're in heaven.
I don't even know where I am because this is a fucking dream.
Yeah.
So Nikki Bella gets up, and she's like, she keeps trying to kiss me, like little pecks like on the cheek that your grandma used to do when you were 5, and it pissed you off so fucking much. It pissed me off. It just pissed me off so much. I'm trying to tell. I'm like, Nikki, no, I'm in an on-screen relationship with Brie. If the people see me, they won't know what's going on. I actually said that, which it doesn't make any sense. So eventually I'm like, okay, you can give me a kiss. And so she kissed me like twice on the cheek and sat down. Then the show starts. The curtain gets unraveled, and there's a drum set, a standing drum set in the middle of the room. 1 cymbal, 2 drums. Out comes Daniel Bryan in street clothes. He pulls out a couple of drumsticks. You think he's going to play his theme song. Dun, 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 and just drum along to it. It's an easy beat to drum to. So the song starts to play, and he misses his cue completely. And he's just kind of drumming, and he's just not even close to the rhythm. And eventually the song ends, and he just kind of walks away, and nobody cheers for him.
The whole song?
I guess. It was, oh man, it was bad. So, okay, so he's gone. He's done. Now, after that, there's really nothing going on. So I start to walk to the middle of this like stage, and my girlfriend comes running out of the crowd to try and kiss me also. I don't know if she saw Nikki Bella or what, but she had to kiss me. So she kept doing the same thing that Nikki Bella was and trying to like peck me on the cheeks. I'm like, Jordan, we're in the middle of the show. Like, you have to get out. You have to get back to your seat. You have to get back to your seat.
Who was right out there and
She's
was supposed to be on the show, but she was too tired.
Yeah. And eventually she kind of just went back to her seat and faded away into nothing, and I never saw her again. So we're almost done. We're getting there. So as the curtain...
Jazz James says, this is the greatest dream ever.
It's not bad. It's really not bad.
It's a winner.
So as the curtain opens up, there's a giant screen, giant video screen, and being projected onto that screen is a bar from like an 80s video game, a meter kind of thing with different levels on it. And the title of that is called McMahon Points. At this point, my McMahon Point meter was up to 100.
Yeah.
That's good. That was as high as it could get.
It's very good.
So I'm thinking to myself, shit, my McMahon meter is full. I'm going to go talk to Vince McMahon and get a shot at the World Heavyweight title. Okay, cool. So also next to this McMahon meter, there is a, the screen of the main screen, and there's a live video stream of Vince McMahon in his office, looking at his watch, getting angry that I'm not in his office. And as that's happening, my McMahon point meter is slowly dropping down to 10. I lost 90 McMahon points for being like 3 minutes late. It was ridiculous. So I'm nearly done, I promise you.
This is such a long dream.
I know.
This is longer than Raw.
So I'm walking. I'm like, I have to get to his office. But I don't know where his office is. I'm in a random auditorium. So I go, bing. The elevator comes. There is no elevator, but I'm making this up in my mind.
Yeah.
I go, open the door, walk in, turn around, bing, hit the door in this imaginary elevator to go up to the top of Titan Towers or whatever. And then I woke up.
So you never got to talk to Vince about racing your McMahon points?
No, but I think I realized that the point of the whole show was that I had to slowly work back up, and you document the struggles of the babyface as he's working against harder and harder odds to get those McMahon points, to get up to 100, to get a shot at the belt, to win the title at WrestleMania. I actually kept that to like 5.5 minutes. That was
pretty good. That wasn't bad.
That was way better than I did earlier today.
What's the C story? But real quick, that was a damn good dream. But you know who has the best dreams? The Big Show.
Yes.
The Big Show has the best dreams. Jay Munn says, I know who will win. Jinder Mahal. LOL, I can't believe I'm the only one who remembers him. You don't remember him that well. He didn't spell his fucking name right.
You can't hinder Jinder like that. Don't hinder Jinder.
Wasn't he in 3-man band?
Yeah, him and Slater and Drew McIntyre.
Band! There's a guy.
And Orange
Never mind,
Swaggle.
that's not a nice story. I won't tell that story.
Okay.
It's about
Stop
someone.
that one.
How'd you crack your iPod?
That one. Oh, I went on not a camping trip, haunted hayride with my girlfriend. I left it in the car. It was, October. Came back, it was cracked.
From what?
Didn't do anything. Left it in the console box.
It looked
just cracked. I don't know if it was the cold or something, but
it
it
could have
still
been.
works.
Oh, this was a light sticker.
Yeah, and it's a Miz phone case.
And you can see the Miz thing wearing
It's
through it.
been there since October of 2014. That sticker. So in a year and a half, it's kind of
We
blended.
went to that
into
concert
one.
together.
Yeah.
I remember that now. What's the C story tonight?
Oh, man, the C story.
Brie Bella's match?
It could be some. Well, the C story would be Becky and Charlotte, I guess.
Becky, Charlotte. That was a good chant.
I like it.
You know who's got the best chants?
The Big Show.
The Big Show. So Becky takes on Tamina.
Mm-hmm.
This match was all right.
Fairly quick.
It wasn't that bad.
I like it.
Tamina's usually in dog shit, garbage, trash matches. But this one was all right. And at the end, Becky she's on the sitting on the second rope, or on the third rope. She's sitting on her butt's on the third rope. Her feet are on the second rope.
Mm-hmm.
Tamina runs over. She ties her in a fucking knot, rolls through into the armbar, steps over into the Beckinator or whatever the fuck that move's
Disarm
called.
her.
Disarm her.
It's a pun. Becky Lynch likes
The
puns.
Beckinator.
If she went to Wendy's and had a sandwich named after her,
she would be
Beckinator.
the perfect sponsor. She's got long red hair.
She looks like Wendy.
She's prettier than Wendy.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Munn says,
I'm
LOL, the U and the I are right next to each other. So, yeah, I spelled it wrong.
I'm laughing on the comment underneath that.
Steve Schneider says, season 2 of Making a Murderer will be about Jimmy Snuka. Brett Wells says, dude, all will be at C2E2. When is that? Maybe let's all go together.
What is it?
I don't know. It's
Let's go.
Comic-Con.
Oh, I like that.
I've never been to one. D-Ray says, I like Beckinator the Terminator. That's quite the name. That's quite the name. So Becky submits Tamina fairly quickly, gets some time on the mic. You know what I'm saying?
She's been getting a lot better every week. Her promos are fiery. They're intense.
Fiery
I'm
like her
liking it.
hair,
Yeah.
correct? You know what's funny? I just noticed the artist isn't here tonight, so Gina's not here tonight.
Who's Gina?
Gina's a big old fan who's got a big old crush on that big old artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
And he's not here tonight, so she's not here tonight. So I think that just goes
Sorry,
to show
Gina.
you she's not a Dan. She's just a fan of the artist.
She's an artist fan. Shoot.
You know, you think you know somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Think you know me.
Maybe that's why. Oh, I was just getting into that. Wait till you see the replay back and see how funny we look. Brett Wells says, yes, let's all go. You know what I'm saying? So then Becky's cutting this promo, and Charlotte gets on the mic, and she was like, why would you get a title shot when you're so small? Or whatever she said.
That wasn't the reason.
What did she say?
I said, you don't deserve one. I'm the champion kind of thing. But then Becky appealed to her father.
She was like, your Hall of Fame father is sitting there right next to you. How do you think he'd feel about this?
Oh, hi.
You sound like someone from like Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey there.
Fuck, I sound like someone from Manitoba County.
Oh, goodness gracious. Speaking of Canada.
Yeah?
I just talked to Big Daddy Gary Goodridge.
I saw that.
We recorded
That is fantastic.
We recorded a conversation for the 616 Entertainment Podcast, which you can listen to on Wednesday at midnight on iTunes, on SoundCloud. I've been putting them up late on YouTube, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So make sure you subscribe to the 616 Entertainment Podcast on iTunes. Hang out with me and Big Daddy Gary Goodridge, retired UFC Pride and K1 fighter.
Dude did it all.
It was good.
It was good. I'm excited to listen. I really am.
I'm glad. I hope you like it.
I'm sure I will. I always enjoy this.
Steve says, that accent fucking killed me. Jazz James says, Snuka's girlfriend killed herself. What do you think about that?
I'm not terribly familiar with it. I know he got off of the murder charge.
Yeah, but you can look at Jimmy Snuka and know he killed someone.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's like, you can open the bedroom door of his house and he's like, whoa, like that guy's killing people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some cocaine-addled state of mind.
That guy is cocaine. You know what I mean?
Pure human cocaine. Just snort him and you get high.
People make Chuck Norris jokes about like being tough. People make cocaine jokes about Jimmy Snuka. Like you do a line of something like, dude, I want to jump off the top of a cage. Like, what do you think he was doing that shit for? Jimmy Snuka is the human epitome, the embodiment of cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
What's another story? Free mode.
Yeah.
What'd she do? I don't remember.
She fought Natalia, who came back for the first time on Raw.
And Paige came out with her, who's apparently face now, and
Fine.
is so hot. God damn it! I want to do a
really enjoy your Paige.
I just want to do a show where I talk about Paige. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to do that show with Paige being here.
That'd be even better.
It would be like that Chris Farley SNL skit where I'd just be like, you remember when you were on Raw? She'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, that was awesome. Yeah, that she
20
sounds like
minutes later.
She sounds like Gold member. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Steve wants me to do the Irish accent again. Nope. Not gonna do it.
You turn heel and face more than the Big Show.
I'm pretty good at turning heel and face, but you know who's the best at it?
The Big Show.
The Big Show. Because everything is ranked by size and strength.
There's no one bigger, and there's no one stronger.
You said that exactly like Barack Obama. Hold on. Let's play this back because I want to hear exactly how you said that. Because everything is ranked by size and strength.
There's no one bigger, and there's no one stronger.
That sounds exactly like Barack Obama. Steve says he's going to leave the chat if I don't do the Irish accent again.
Well, I kind of want him in the chat still.
I want him to stay in the chat too, but I don't feel like he should be making ultimatums for me. That's not fair. I don't make ultimatums for him.
It's your loyal viewers, your listeners, your writers, your subscribers.
Writers? What do they write?
Those questions.
Oh. Oh. What's the D story? You got to bring me the D story?
Why not the
I'll
Dudley
do
Boys?
no stories for you.
Well, why not the Dudley Boys?
Dudleyville.
Dudleyville. Ball game. South.
Can we all agree that JBL's commentary has been broken down just into shouting things like David Bowie died last week, and they did Stardust versus Ziggler, and David Bowie's JBL's David Bowie references. I only caught half that match, but I guarantee I missed 9 terrible David Bowie references. Like Stardust is on the top rope, and he jumps, and JBL just goes, ground control to Major Tom! And it's like...
There's no one named Tom in the fucking match.
And we get it. Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a reference.
Leave it alone.
Wow.
Leave it alone. I did see a really funny thing on Twitter that was like, if WWE doesn't book Ziggler versus Stardust tonight, they fucked up.
At least they had that peace of mind. Oh, the D&a-half story. We didn't even talk about the D story, but no one cares.
I don't remember.
The D&a-half story is the best sign of the night. Big Show takes massive dumps.
See, now, there are a lot of people in this world who take massive dumps, including the artist.
Yeah.
He was telling me the other day that he didn't shit for like 2 days, and then he took a shit that looked like a small dog. Like a big old shit. Like one of those ones that like the water level is here and the shit.
It's peeking out.
Yeah, it's like it planted the flag on the water surface.
It's the flag at Iwo Jima.
But you know who takes the biggest shits of them all?
The Big Show.
The Big Show.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly. How big do you think his shits are?
Okay, so he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
So each of his shits have to be at least 7 inches long.
Is that how that works?
It is exactly how that works.
Huh.
I'm 5'9".
Yeah.
My shits are approximately 5.9 inches.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's almost like your body knows when to chop it off.
The amount of poop that comes out of me all adds up to 5.9 inches worth. It may not be all in one fell poop, but it gets there. Now,
do they get thinner at the end? Are they tapered off?
Depends on my body.
Is it just a meat cigar?
It depends on what my body wants to do that day. It's like playing roulette.
Because I feel like normally the shit is tapered so your asshole doesn't slam shut. You know what I mean?
I got you, boss.
What are we talking about? What's up?
The Dudley Boys lost.
I see one of your notes here is Rusev is the best.
Oh, he called Chris Jericho and Roman American rejects. which you said would be a great name for a band.
But the All American Rejects is a band.
I don't like them, though.
No.
The American Rejects would be a better name for a better band.
D-Ray says Andre the Giant used to shit in bathtubs.
I'm not surprised.
He probably
was
filled
over
it.
7 feet tall. So he had over 7 inches of poop. That man plugged up hotel tubs. I'm sure of it.
Another one of your notes here is Sheamus is hot. He doesn't look stupid.
No, not one bit. Everyone chants Sheamus looks stupid. Sheamus looks dumb. His little beard piercing was stupid. I disagree.
We're still going down your notes. You've got 15 seconds?
15 seconds, Roman taps to the armbar, which we both noticed.
And then you said, bullshit! Yeah, there was a part in this match where Roman, or earlier, not in this match, we talked about
the
it,
first match. Yeah.
where Rusev and Roman were kind of jockeying for position. They're in a scramble on the ground. And Rusev locks in an armbar, and Roman is looking for the arm so he can push out. And while he's looking for it, he's like...
He's just tapping a bunch of times.
And then he finds it, but Chris Jericho, the biased motherfucking American reject, doesn't call
not
it.
to look the other way.
Rusev has a submission victory over the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
He'll probably get another one.
That's bullshit. What else we got here?
Paige saying Foxy.
Oh, because of
as
her
an
accent.
Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
It sounds like Foxy.
That's quite funny indeed. What else you got here?
I also love the Social Outcasts, and they're not unentertaining.
I wanted Heath Slater to beat the Big Show so fucking bad.
Oh, I know.
Because there's a lot of guys out there who can put over Heath Slater. But you know who puts him over the best?
Big Show.
The Big Show.
Who else?
Let's get tattoos that say we'll get tattoos it's like a long underline, and then it says The Big Show. So at any point during your
Just
day,
put
you can
something in
write
there.
anything, and The Big Show undoubtedly does it better than anyone else. What did the Social Outcasts do? They came out.
Lost.
Heath Slater, one of the guys had a match. Heath Slater faced the Big Show, and he took a knockout punch and got pinned quickly. I wanted Heath to win so fucking bad.
Yeah, he did. He had no offense. Adam Rose came out not wearing pants, but wearing short tights.
Yeah.
And his legs looked really thin, like a baguette.
Super thin
like a small,
legs.
thin French baguette.
He's got dad legs.
Yeah, he's got, like, dad who's slowly losing his muscle mass legs.
Well, he's like 74.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
You got to lose that mass.
Yeah.
So after the match, each of the other rejects comes in to try and get mad at the Big Show and get revenge. So Curtis Axel comes in, boom, knockout punch. Adam Rose climbs the top rope, tries to jump on, knockout punch. Bo Dallas hits the Big Show in the shoulder, slides under the bottom rope, is really happy, does his Bo dance, runs around the ring, knockout punch, flops, takes a hard bump, and then twitches a little bit. And then the Big Show walks away and takes a selfie.
Danaz, I think we got one more thing to cover tonight. So put a couple topics and questions in the chat so we can hang out with you and talk things other than wrestling after we cover this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, we're just going to fucking leave.
Yeah, it's 11:04. It's at least 12 hours past my bedtime.
It's
a long time.
What do you got written at the bottom there?
League of Nations versus Dean Ambrose and Kalisto.
I forgot this happened.
Yeah. Why did Kalisto lose the U.S. title on SmackDown? Any good reason?
If they were going to just take the belt off him that quickly, I don't see any fucking reason why they did it.
No. They could have, if they wanted to extend this, they could have had Del Rio beat him by pulling the trunks, holding onto the rope, cheating, kicking him in the balls or something. So he wins the match. You get a huge pop on Raw last week. This is kind of cool. We got somebody new, hasn't had a singles belt yet. Let's give him a push. Let's see what he can do. And then we're 1 day later because of the tape, but 3 days later, we're just going back to the same shit. I don't know. I don't know why. So now they've got a match for the Rumble, but who knows who's going to win? So whatever.
This was a good match, though. I did enjoy this match. For a second, I thought Kalisto was going to get a pin over Sheamus because he hit him with the fucking Salida del Sol, and then he got the 2 count. And Del Rio comes out of nowhere, kicks him right in the face. Couldn't have felt good.
God, no. That looked pretty damn stiff.
Sheamus has a new thing where he's suplexing dudes on the announce table, but not through it. Like, he's doing it on the table, like on the thing that covers the monitors. And that shit can't feel good.
No. Oh, it was also the New Day match. Oh, this is just kind of...
Day rocks.
Fran
Day rocks. Fran Cheska. Fran Cheska. You know what I'm saying? I feel
I
like
think
we looked really good dancing right there.
That was a little off. Just
Mm.
also, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball was phenomenal.
Rest in peace, Francesca. We look really good dancing. We should do a
We're
dance
good pair.
show.
We're good pair.
Let's do a dance show.
Sure. Wait,
Wanna do it?
dance or dads?
Dancing dads. Let's do a dancing dads
Alright,
show.
cool. Sounds like
What's it called?
Dad's dancing.
Wow.
Daddy little dancer.
Dancing with the dads.
Dancing with
Dancing with the stars. That's where we reach out to celebrities and we find out who wants to come dance with our dads.
Okay.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Greatest show of all time. Did we cover all of Raw?
All that mattered, I guess.
All right, that was fun.
I don't think we missed much.
System, aka Adam DeVries, says for post wrestling, what's up with Hefe? I don't want to talk about Hefe on the air.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Ask me somewhere else, and I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? But we have more people in the chat. Jazz James says, "Get Hefe back on the podcast."
We got a heavy day.
Hefe is in high demand. There's heavy rotation for Hefe. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means? I don't know.
The Big Show.
The Big Show that's exactly what that means.
When in doubt, Big Show out.
System says Ken Griffey Jr. got a baseball game. Sammy Sosa got a softball game. But Sammy Sosa was on the cover of MLB High Heat 2004. No, Slugfest. I feel like
Yeah, maybe.
Let's Google it. I feel like every guy who was ever on the cover of a Slugfest game, so much porn in my history.
I did notice that.
So much porn.
No, that's Jim Edmonds. I think you're right. He was on one of them. There we
2003.
go.
Is that Sammy?
Yeah, that's his big stance.
His big black face.
Wait,
Yeah,
no, that's Alex Rodriguez.
God damn it. Was it 05?
Did they make it over?
Yeah, there's that
Slugfest
fanboy.
loaded.
So, there you go.
I never played that one. I only played
Should we watch a
04.
little bit of gameplay from Slugfest Loaded?
Oh, okay. Although they were fun. Those were fun-ass games.
18-minute Let's Play? What are you thinking? I did ones way longer than that. This game looks like shit.
From 2006. It's 9 years old.
No, I mean gameplay-wise.
Well, you literally punch people off the base pad.
That sounds
which is actually pretty
amazing.
cool.
That sounds amazing. Brett Wells says, I like Hefe. He was an awesome guy. Well, he's still alive. He's not dead.
I miss him too.
I know what he means, because he met him one time. He was a good man.
He is and was awesome.
But I think Sammy Sosa did have a softball game. That's correct. D-Ray says, the Talk is Jericho podcast episode with Freddie Prinze Jr. is a must listen. He talks about writing storylines for Jeff Hardy and gives the insight to come of the other stories he wrote. There's such a good fucking story about the night Jeff Hardy won the title in the triple threat with, I want to say it was Edge and Triple H.
Okay.
Because there was that promo where Jeff Hardy was like in the dark and he had like glow in the dark paint on and there was like these weird glass things that were causing this effect. I think it was like Vince told Freddie Prinze Jr. He's like, go find Jeff and you need to do that promo. And Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, fuck, where is he? He found him like basically passed out in a stairwell in a building across the street from the arena. And he was like, Jeff, we need to do this promo. And Jeff was like, we'll do it when the art calls for it. And Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, dude, we have like 20 minutes. So he tells this story about like throwing a hoodie over Jeff Hardy and like helping him across the street so nobody would see it was Jeff Hardy and freak out and know that he was fucked up before that match.
Lord.
And he basically splashed all this paint on his face and like the plastic shit, that glass looking stuff was like just a bunch of like party glasses that he shined a light through. He had like a green flashlight and was like shining it on there to make the cool effects in the room. And Freddie Prinze Jr. was like, I would do all this shit with lights and with different like camera effects just to like take a little bit of the attention off Jeff because first of all, he didn't like the attention. And second of all, he wasn't the best at promos. So I would try to light this guy as best as I could. And I think it turned out awesome. Everyone should listen to that episode. It was fucking great.
This is the Freddie Prinze Jr., the actor who played Fred in the live-action Scooby-Doo
That's
movie.
the one.
How
He
did
wrote for
get
SmackDown for
involved?
like 10 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He was on that team for a long
Wow.
time.
Okay.
But that's a great episode. D-Ray
That's a
says,
great story.
Dancing Dad Off. That's a really good idea. That's a fantastic idea.
Strong names.
Steve Schneider says he needs to go take his weekly shower. How often do you shower?
Twice a day, maybe?
I'm a once a day at minimum. I got to shower before I do anything in the morning because I wake up feeling like total shit.
Oh, me too.
Straight up road.
First thing I need is a goddamn shower.
I think we've had a fun show.
Yeah, had a good time.
I want to ask the Danians to make sure they click that like button. If they haven't subscribed yet, they should click that subscribe button.
Sure.
Jay Munn is a brand new Dan. And I'm glad we have him with us here tonight. Where can they follow this boy on Twitter?
AM Jarek. It's boring. I know.
It used to be at Oil Can Rollin'.
It did. It wasn't boring.
Because you sold out.
I kind of did. Not gonna lie. Actually, wait. I didn't. I bought it.
Ooh. And the Dans can listen to you on the 616 Entertainment Podcast on some episodes.
Especially the live unsticking.
There was the live unsticking, which features our live reaction to Ronda Rousey's loss. That's a great one. There was also How Did This Rattlesnake Get in My Butt? Which is I've made it very public that that's my least favorite episode of all time.
I'm glad I could help with that.
And it was because of me, not because of you.
That's okay. So glad I could help.
I wanted to kill myself so bad after we did that.
Luckily, you didn't.
I didn't.
You have a support system. That's good.
Just you.
Yeah, that's me.
And the Big Show.
He's the biggest and best support system.
Follow me on Twitter at IDS616. Listen to the 616 Entertainment Podcast every Wednesday. iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. We got UFC fighter retired. Pride K1. Big Daddy Gary Goodridge is going to be on the show. I don't know what else to talk about. Top 5 with Sal Melendez is over. So go watch the most recent one. Top 5 things I didn't know.
Watch all the ones in the past.
Did you watch the most recent one?
No.
You should.
I will.
That's good.
I promise.
Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I need an exit video. Talk about something.
Oh, okay. So how's everyone doing out there? All right. I'll think of all of you in the shower. Yeah, that's nice. He's going to think of all of us in the shower.
You know, that's a nice thing.
Thinking of people?
Yeah.
Just being nice to each other? It is fun.
Yo, Thinking of You is still a fantastic Katy Perry song.
Which one is that?
That's When I'm With Him, I'm Thinking of You. What you would do if you were here.
If I heard it, I'm sure I would know.
Her first album is still so fucking good. Her second one's all right, and whatever she's been doing for the past 5 years has been dog shit.
You don't like Jungle?
Fuck, I never heard it.
Or the Eye of a Tiger one?
No,
I got the Eye of a Tiger.
That's already a song.
What?
Eye of the Tiger is already a song.
Yeah, that's what it's. Eye of a Tiger. It's some fucking jungle shit.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't need this shit.
How did you guys score the Cruz Dillashaw fight yesterday?
Oh, see, now, this is a good question. Who gave that question?
No, nobody.
Oh.
I gave it.
Son of a bitch. I thought we had a good MMA Dan.
Sorry.
I had it 49-47 for Dillashaw.
I had a 48-47 for Cruz.
A lot of people I think everyone thought it was a very close fight.
It was.
A lot of people on Team Cruz, a lot of people on Team Dillashaw. Those boys will fight again.
I certainly hope so.
Everyone should listen to Katy Perry's first album.
One of the boys. Well.
It's so fucking good, dude. Self-Inflicted? She has not put out a better song
You
than
are so passionate about this.
Thinking of You, Self-Inflicted. God damn, dude. And then you just got some easy fucking pop songs like Hot and Cold, I Kissed a Girl. Those are classics. Let me tell you something.
Katy Perry's one of
my favorites. Mannequin. You want to talk about Mannequin? Ooh, god damn. Lost. I can go down every song.
You're just working
from
the top to the bottom.
That's back when she was the fucking best. You know what I'm saying?
She's kind of down there.
We love you, Dan. We're going to see you next week.
Think of the Big Show. He's going to win.
Man, so I won $2 on this one. Oh, you did? Yeah, see? $2. $2 plus a potato is $2.